Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One and my old barn door, and I have finished the journals that I was creating along with Haley's wedding journal. I will do her flip through in a separate video because it's just too much, and her journal is absolutely massive. I kind of went a little extra on it. But these journals are going into the Etsy shop. So I'm going to do quick flip throughs of each of them. I have 5. I have 4 that are the single signature, and they're not per se wedding journals. They're everyday journals that you can use for anything. I use lots of neutral colors and lots of accent colors so that you can kind of make them into whatever kind of a journal that you want. And then I have one journal that is a wedding journal that will be listed in the shop separately. These 4 will all be in the same listing. I'll probably just number them and put a photo with that number. And then this one will be in a separate listing, and that way you can get a good idea of, which one is which. So let's just go ahead and start the flip through. I'm going to do these first, and I'll do the wedding one last. I'm just going to scoot some of these over to the side. And I'm just going to do quick flip throughs because they're very similar. They're each unique in their own way, but they are very similar as well. So the spines are, where's my ruler? I think I did 1.5 inches. Well, yeah, they're about 1.5 inches. And then with this part, you get about 2 inches. So you have plenty of room in here. I did simple closures. I'm not particularly a fan of closures on a journal. To me, they would get in the way more. So I just did closures, simple closures that can be removed if you don't want them. Okay, so hang on for me. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. It's really cloudy today, so I was trying to use some extra lighting. So I'm hoping that that's okay and it's not throwing too many shadows. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. The covers are the layered covers. Okay, and each one has like a lace on it. So, and inside, I left it so that you can journal on it, or you can use it to put pictures in it, or, however you want to do it. And then this one you can journal on. And then I just wanted them to look a little bit more lavish than my normal journals, a little bit more classy and simplified, if that makes sense. So it's a hardcover journal, and I used a vintage book, and so I like that you can see just a little bit of the butterfly that was on the original vintage book. This book was from the 60s or 70s, I believe. Okay, so that is the cover, and then inside, let me just check the camera and make sure I'm in frame. I'm just trying to make sure you can see it okay. I'm trying to get my lights so that they shine on it a little better, but I'm almost thinking that they're being more of a distraction than anything. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just playing with it, trying to make sure you can see okay. All right, so here's some of the digitals that I used from Amity Bloom. I told you that when I got ready to do Haley's journal, I thought I tried to think of someone who was kind of her age group, and so Amity Bloom and she, I think, are the same age. So I went and got some digitals from her shop, and I actually really love the way they turned out. So here you have a beautiful eyelet lace pocket, and I've left it empty because again, I've wanted these to be more simplified so that you can fill them with your things. Now there's still plenty of things in here. Oh, and let me just kind of show you too, because these do billow. They are billowing journals. So on these, on the front edge, you know, they billow out with the tabs, the page tabs, and then they billow at the top, and then of course they billow lots and lots of goody laces at the bottom. Okay, maybe I can get it together. Okay, I'll do a little bit more in-depth flip through of this one, and then the next three we'll kind of flip through really fast so that the video is not so long. Okay, so this one is a tip-in pocket, and this is that piano roll paper that I had stuck in my drawer and had forgotten about. Okay, and so inside you have a little ticket and a couple of journaling card and a tag. And then on the back of the tip-in, you can either put another pocket, you can put a picture, you can journal on it, and then you have a private spot for journaling here as well. It does have fabrics in the centers or papers in the centers, and then you have some mixed media papers. And most all of the journals have, you know, these same elements. So you got the beautiful lace here billowing out the bottom. Just make sure you can see. Okay. And then there's the vintage fabric for a page tab. These are some of those dictionary pages that I dyed with my ink sprays and played with my ink sprays, and then I added some florals to some of them. Excuse me. And I actually have these in my shop now. I just listed them yesterday, but they're in the shop for you to grab and play with for collaging, or you can use them as pages in your journals, or whatever you want to use them for, but they're fun collage pages. Okay, this is one of the digitals, and then this is just a little extra little journaling card there. This is a floating pocket made out of music paper. And so you have a tag in there with the pretty lace on it. Used a lot of my collage pieces in here. I know I've done a lot of videos on the collaged pieces. Here's some lace at the top. This is some beautiful, beautiful vintage embroidery. This was a hanky, and I just thought it was so pretty, and I'm loving adding fabric or doilies or hankies as pages in the journal. I just think they add so much to the journal. This is like a little embossed piece. I kind of have used my embossing machine a lot lately, and this you can actually tuck something up in there if you wanted to tuck a little journaling card or something up in there and keep it in your journal, or a picture. You can tuck a picture in there. Beautiful eyelet lace tab here, lace on the bottom. Here's one of the collage pieces that we did on the video. I don't know if we did this exact one, but you know what I mean. The fabric in the center here, lace at the top, a little label, if I can think of the word. This is a fabric tag, so I've made some really pretty tags with some fabrics. These are mixed media pages, and I've done some coffee dyeing and some stamping on them. So you'll see several of these in each journal as well. Page tab there, little cluster here, a stitched cluster or collage piece, and then you have some washi tape here, and the washi tape kind of takes on a Paris theme a little bit, so, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can do it whatever you want to do it with. Here's another one of those collage pieces on this vintage piano paper. It's 100 years old. And then a little page tab up here. This is from one of those newspapers that my dad used to get back in the 60s. Actually, this is probably from the early 60s because I never lived here. We'll just put it that way. Music paper, some lined paper, and again you have the the decoration on the spines. Page tab there, that's some Paris fabric, some vintage fabric here in the center, and then you have, I put you a piece of the eyelet fabric underneath here, so you get a pretty good little size piece, an embossed envelope, and then this is just a little journaling card just to add a little color. mixed media, some lace at the top, fabric flip. And again, I'm doing a little more in-depth flip of this one. This is some tracing paper. With the next ones, I won't do as much in-depth. This is a little quote that my sweet friend Laura Zachary, she's Laughing Dog's Book Nook. She says this to me all the time, and I just absolutely love it. And I thought with the glitter washi here that it fit perfectly. So I hope that whoever gets this journal has a sparkling day. A little embossed journal card or tag here, and you can make it whatever you want it. Little page strip here out of the scraps that I used in the journals. Love, love, love this pocket. And inside you have a little notebook, and it has all kinds of different pages in it, and it even has a pocket here and a little journaling card there. So you've got some lined pages in there to do some hidden journaling on if you want to. There's another one of those collage pieces that we did, and I love, love, love these little rosettes as the tabs. And then a little floating pocket here, and inside, this is vintage fabric, and inside you have some of the collage tags that we worked on. I don't know if we worked on these particular ones in the videos, but you know what I mean. They are similar in design. And then here you have a floating wallpaper pocket. Okay, so you can put anything you want to in there. You can put this pocket anywhere in the journal that you want. And then just a little journaling card there. Here's some more of this mixed media paper with the stamping. Here's a beautiful fabric tag with very vintage fabric on that tag. Lace at the bottom, lace at the top, and an eyelet lace page tab there. This is a little pocket here, and inside the pocket you have just some little tag pieces, and this is some very delicate handmade paper. And then you even have a pocket below and a little bee tag tucked in there. And this is just a stitched little cluster here. This is the center of the signature, and it has an embossed envelope attached with the eyelet lace fabric, and you can put all the goodies you want to in there. Oops, I forgot to put the little dangles on this one. This is the only one that I forgot. I'll go back and put the dangles on them, but they'll have something on the center signature. Like, I don't know how I missed that one. Okay, in this pocket you have a tag and a little postcard and some tickets to play with. This is some of that gessoed paper that I showed you in one of the videos. Oh my, see y'all, it's not just y'all's journals that I have problems with getting stuff in and out of the pockets. I'm fumbly fingers. And then you also have a pocket down here with a couple of ephemera pieces. A little ticket there, and I think I got this from Pink Monarch Prints, I think is the name of the shop. Here you have a floating embossed pocket and a journaling card there, and then in the pocket, it's embossed on both sides, and then in the pocket you have one of our collage tags that we worked on. Little fabric flip here, and I love the colors, and I love that up against this pink. You have that same fabric in the center here, and then you have the beautiful blingy piece here that I got from my sweet friend Laura. Beautiful music paper on the edge there, and then some more of that washi. This gorgeous, gorgeous, y'all, I have hoarded this lace. I just absolutely love it, but it was very expensive, so I'm going to have to go back and get some more later. Ooh, oh my goodness, sorry, I just had a coughing fit. Okay, and then you have one of the floating piano paper pocket. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a piano paper pocket. And you have some little stationery pieces tucked in there. Here's a beautiful fabric tag, and I've done a little bit of collaging down here at the bottom, and on the side is a ruffle. This can be a tuck here. Have tracing paper here, and I love how you can see through the tracing paper to see the music on both sides. Lace here and a page tab there. One of our collage tags that we worked on. I don't know if I don't think I did that one on video, but similar. A little journaling card there. This is a floating wallpaper envelope, so you can put it anywhere in the journal you want it, and a little label there, tag there, and a label there, page tab. Here is another fabric pocket, fabric tag. And on the backs of these, you can journal on them. Some of them have the lines with the index cards, and some of them are just the manila envelope. Here you have a tag and some more of those tickets, and then another embossed journaling card. You can use this as a journaling card. You can make it into a tag. You can use it as a photo mat. You can tear it up and use it throughout the journal, however you want to do it. Page tab there. Let me just check the camera because I tend to move the book around when I'm flipping pages. Here you have little fabric samples on the edge of the page, and this is the piano paper roll. Little label here, and a beautiful ivory embossed envelope there. Here's another one of those collage pieces, and then the gorgeous lace tab there, and the lace that billows out the top. Gorgeous collage tag here, and this one has manila envelope on the back of it. Little tag there. Fabric in the center there. This is a floating pocket, so you can take it off. It flips over the page, or you can use it as a bookmark so that you can find your page. So if you wanted to use it as a bookmark, I would just pull the paper clip up a little, pull this up a little, and then slide that paper clip back down, and that way you can mark your page, you know, if you're trying to save your spot, and you also have something very pretty to work with. I'm going to go ahead and slide it back down though, so it doesn't get damaged in shipping. Let's do that. Here's the other side of that beautiful vintage hanky, and I don't know if the camera is showing it well, but you can see a little bit of the patina on there. Another one of those page decorations, I'll call them. I just used my scraps and you know, put them together and did some fancy cutting and some tearing, and just kind of put them together to make the edges of the pages pretty. Here's another one of those embossed pieces that you can use as a tuck. So there's a little journaling card tucked in there just to kind of show you that you can use it for that. Another one of the fabric tags. And then here I've put in a piece of that beautiful dotted Swiss that my sweet friend Laura shared with me. And then in behind there is a floating wallpaper envelope. Lots of floating things in these journals, and I did that so that when you get the journal, you can make it your very own. You can put your pockets and your envelopes wherever in the journal that works best for you. So I just kind of wanted to make these journals a little bit more versatile instead of having things glued in to the journal. So I thought that would be a fun way to make it a more interactive journal for whoever gets it. Mixed media page, and that beautiful, I've also hoarded this because I think it's gorgeous. So I'm sharing it in these journals. And then another one of the collage pieces that we worked on camera. And then in the very back you have, okay, so this is the original book library pocket, but the bottom part of the pocket was torn off. So I just collaged around it and then just added a piece as the pocket, and then you have my card in there. And then on the very back of the journal, it's collaged. I guess I should show you the whole outside of the journal, shouldn't I? Every one of them have this same spine, and it gives it kind of a little bit of a bohemian feel to me. And again, like I say, I will add the dangles to this journal. So not all of them are collaged on the back, but this one is. I think there's a couple of them that are collaged on the back. Okay, so now that we have kind of shown you the basics of the journals, I'm going to flip through these a whole lot faster And I'll give you all the measurements and everything in the Etsy listings if you want to take a peek at those. Okay, so what I may do is maybe turn some music on and just kind of do the flip through of these with music on, and then I'll come back in the end and do the flip through of the wedding journal. Okay, so here we go. But before I start the music, I want to show you something, because there's something a little bit different about this journal that you need to see. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you that real quick before we do the quick flip through. So this journal is made with a very vintage book, and it was an absolutely beautiful book cover, and I didn't want to cover it up. So this is the flip out. It flips out this way, okay, and then you have a spot here for journaling or for a picture. You have your collage piece here, beautiful little ruffle here, and then you open it up. This is piano roll paper and laces. You can tuck something in here if you'd like to, but isn't this cover just stunning? I absolutely love the green color, and I just thought it was gorgeous, and I just couldn't bring myself to cover it up. And I even left the little area that, you know, where they had put to discard the book. I just think that makes it a little more authentic, and so I just wanted to leave that cover original. Okay, so you have that cover, and then I want to show you the inside cover of the cover. It flips open because I wanted to leave the stamp here. So you have a little library pocket here, but I left the original stamp showing from the original book, just because I just think, and then this one you can journal on or put a paper, you can put a picture on it. But I just wanted to leave the originality of this book as much as possible. So on the very back, you have the original book, and I just think it's gorgeous, just so pretty. That's your spine, and then the back cover as well has the original library pocket from the book. And so again, I just collaged around it and added one of my little cards. So I'll go ahead and do the flip through now of this one and the other two with music, and then we'll come back and do the wedding journal. Okay, so now that we've done the flip through of all of those, we're going to start in on the wedding guest book. This is meant to be like a wedding guest book and a wedding journal all in one. So in other words, I wanted it to be pretty enough and elegant enough for whoever gets it to be able to use it in their actual wedding, to have their guests write them notes into the journal. And at the same time, they can use it to journal about their whole wedding experience. They can use it to journal about their honeymoon. I mean, it's a big journal, and it's a billowing journal. And as you can see, it would be perfect. It would be beautiful sitting at a table, in your wedding area or your reception area, for your guests to write little notes in there for you. And of course, put a date on it or whatever, and just give you some encouraging words for your wedding. So on the cover, this one is a little bit different from the other ones as well as far as the cover goes. So it's the layered cover, of course. You could put a picture of you and your husband or your bride or your significant other. Let's just put it that way. So it flips open. You can either journal here or put pictures here. And then you have all the laces, and again here, and then again, I loved. I've hoarded this book for about 2 years, just the cover, because I wanted to make a journal with it. And I just thought the color was just perfect for this idea. And so this is a pocket, so you can put your wedding invitation in here or pictures in here, to hold your goodies for you until you can actually get them in the journal. Okay, and then it has the bohemian looking spine. And then the very back, I left the original cover because, again, I just love the originality of the book. And so I wanted to leave a little bit of that. Okay, and then if you open it up, again, I wanted to leave the originality. So you see the original inside cover of the book and where it comes from. And then this is a belly band, a very pretty lace belly band that you can put something in. And then on the very back, I did the same thing, and it had a really decent looking library pocket. And so I just, again, wanted to leave the original look of it. And this is the original library pocket, and you can see where people signed it out in the 70s. So I love that that gives it, kind of a vintage date on there. Okay, so let's do our flip through. Let me just make sure I'm in frame okay. This one is, I believe it has a 3-inch spine. I'll make sure and put all of the details in the Etsy listing, but I believe the spine is 3 inches on this because I wanted to give you plenty of room to be able to put all of your goodies in here. And I believe this is 2 signatures. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick flip through. And I can't remember if I put in this one. If I didn't, I will put in the love journaling cards. So I can add those in if you would like. If you just let me know, if you order it out of the Etsy shop, just let me know if you want those journaling cards, and I can add those for you. Some piano roll paper. Here's some fabric swatches. Another, oh, okay, I did put some of them in there. These are the journaling cards that I have in my Etsy shop, and they kind of have the pampas grass and the eucalyptus leaves. I kind of wanted to give it a little bit of a bohemian feel so that you could turn it into that if you want to, because I know a lot of people, Haley's wedding is kind of that. So I know that that's kind of the going thing right now. So you have the vintage ledger with the embossing or the gesso stenciled on there, and then it's a pocket here in the bottom. You have some scriptures here, and then a beautiful collaged piece here, little pocket with a floating vintage wallpaper pocket, and one of our collage pieces that we did in the video together. Okay, if I would put this in the pocket the right way, I wouldn't struggle. Maybe. Okay, here's your over the page bookmark, and it's got the embossed paper, and then you have a couple of tags in there, and then on the back side it's a pocket too. There's another one of the scripture cards, and then an a collage tag, a border strip, belly band, and another one of the scripture cards, and a really pretty, I wanted it to be very simple, very elegant. So I'm putting, I'm trying to add that simplicity to the journal is what I'm trying to say. Little envelope, vintage wallpaper piece. It's not an envelope. Fabric tag here. There's another one of the journaling cards underneath this tuck. This is Braille paper and very vintage laces I've added in here. Pink lace, some ledger paper. Here's a hidden journaling spot for you to journal. And one of those beautiful cream colored embossed envelopes and a tag or a journaling card. Another one of the scripture cards, little cluster. So I kind of, I wanted it to be simple and elegant is what I was going for. Okay, so this is a pocket in behind. You know what? We'll just leave that in there so that whoever gets it knows that it's a pocket. Then you have an embossed piece in this pocket and a tag. And then it's a pocket or a tuck down here as well. Beautiful eyelet, cream vintage eyelet lace. There's a scripture here. A floating wallpaper pocket here with one of the fabric tags tucked in there. Fabric flip. Beautiful tracing paper with one of those borders on it. These are some gorgeous floral pages that I thought kind of gave it a bohemian vibe. Another one of the scripture cards, and I just made it a tuck. So the other journals are one signature. This one is two signatures. So there's a difference in them that way as well. This is a double pocket here. So you have a fabric pocket on the front and then the pocket on the back. Collage tag here with some embossing and some laces. Another scripture card, a floating wallpaper envelope, and it got folded a little, so let's just unfold it. See if I can get it to stay down so that it will kind of wear that crease out of it. It's not really creased, it's just curved. Beautiful laces and washies, page borders. This is your bookmark, the over the page bookmark. So you have a couple of tags in this pocket and a couple of tags in this pocket. Beautiful eyelet laces and doilies. Lots of goodies in the spine. Fabric tag, and then it's a pocket down here. This is just a collaged piece that I put in here for you to do whatever you want to with it. And then a floating wallpaper pocket there. Another scripture card. Oh, I thought it was glued together, but it was actually attached. This is a white colored embossed envelope. Some more scripture here. Beautiful tab there and there. Little dangle down there at the bottom. I love this. Meet me in the middle of your story when the soul is warm and wise. Beautiful collage tag here. This is the second signature, and I put a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of fabric in there and a floating vintage wallpaper envelope. Mixed media page with that gorgeous lace at the top, and it folds out. So you can actually make this a pocket, or you can add something to it to make another full page. Lots of different things you can do with that. This one can be used as a tuck. So you can tuck a little journaling card up in there. Another scripture card. This is some piano roll paper. Beautiful, beautiful pocket here with some very vintage goodies that my friend Laura sent me. And there's a piece of that vintage wallpaper and then a tag in the front pocket. Tracing paper. This folds open. Some masking tape. I love adding the masking tape. This is a fabric pocket here, and there's that gorgeous lace that I hoard. Eyelet tab there. Another border strip here. This is some Braille paper. And a beautiful pocket here. This is actually a double pocket, so you have one of those. This can hold a journaling card or a picture. I think it would be super cute with your wedding pictures in there. And then a little tag in the front pocket. And this is just mainly there to show you that it's a pocket. One of those rosette tabs. I try to always put lined paper in my journal so that it gives you a spot specifically for journaling. Fabric flip. And underneath you have that beautifully dyed paper. This is gorgeous, gorgeous vintage handkerchief. And I love the purples in it. And I love the patina to it. You probably can't see it on camera, but it's beautiful. Okay, and then you have embossed envelope here. It's the cream color. And then one of the collage pieces that we did. Tracing paper. Love these tabs. Here's some of that mixed media paper, and then that's in the center of your signature. You have dangles on all of them. I didn't show you the first ones, but I'll show you in just a second. This is some very vintage art paper that I found at a thrift store, and so it's very old. You can see a bit of a patina to it as well. Fabric little strip there. This is a floating wallpaper envelope, vintage wallpaper. And then a couple of little goodies there for you to play with in your journal. Here's the other side of that vintage handkerchief. And I love that it has, you know, the age marks on it. This is a tip-in that I did with one of the collage pieces that we did. And it's, I just used fabric to do a tip-in with it. And then there's masking tape in the center of that signature. Here's some of those stenciled, the gesso with the stencils. Or modeling paste. I used modeling paste. This you can flip up and journal underneath. And then it's a pocket here. Braille paper. This is a tip-in. And then it has that beautiful collage tag in there. Border strip on that art paper. And you can add a piece to this and make it a full page. And I love this. I love adding in ripped pages in my journals. I just think they add to the dimension of the journal and to the authenticity of the journal. So I love that it has the ripped page. I don't mind putting those in. And if you do, then maybe this isn't the journal for you, but I love them. This is one of those piano roll paper pockets that flips over the page. So you have a pocket, and so I just put a couple of pieces of stationery in here to let you know it's a pocket. Mixed media page, and then very back. So those are the journals that will be in the shop. When you see this video, they're in the shop, and if they're not there, that means they've already sold. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long. I tried to do it as quickly as I could. With the best way possible of being able to show you everything. Oh, here's the other two dangles from that center of that signature. Hopefully you can see those okay. So anyway, so this is the wedding one. It will be in a separate listing. The other 4 will be in a different, all in the same listing. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you will. And I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.